Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, November 7th, 2025. Before I jump into the charts, I just want to mention that we put out two stock picks this week in wickedstocks.com, one on Viridian Therapeutics, that was actually on Thursday, the other on Coterra Energy, that was on Tuesday. We're always looking for at least a 20% gain on that underlying stock vis-a-vis these buy signals that we see emerge. You can check them both out by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. And if you do that today, you'll also get next week's stock picks, along with our daily triple Q and SPY analysis, etc., etc., etc. So check out wickedstocks.com. All right, here we are. Big picture, a Tesla. This is a chart that goes back almost 6 years. We had a buy signal 2 months ago above 364.57. So if you're the near-term investor, if you're long Tesla, or if you went long Tesla when we had the buy signal above the 364.57 formation, you're holding out for 526.79 as a longer-term objective. That could be within 3 to 5 weeks under certain conditions, which I'll get to in a moment, or that could be over the next 5 to 8 months, because along the way, we have this 7-month structure that is now at 490.97 that actually held the highs about 5 weeks ago. We'd mentioned that testing this channel top, this rising channel top, once you test it, you must allow, in terms of channel dynamics, technically the channel base that is presently at 379.54, which I can actually show on the daily chart right here. I believe that is it. That is roughly the representation of it. Yeah, in fact, this is it right here. You can see on the daily chart, you've got the 487.12 to 490.97 region, and then you've got 379.54. That is the channel base. We could operate inside of this structure for the next few months, perhaps, which is why we give it 5 to 8 months. Now, of course, if we were to rally and close above this rising 590.97 over the next week or two, we're just another 2 or 3 weeks from reaching 526.79 anyway, which would meet our long-term objective. 526.79 can contain buying on a longer-term basis, and by that I mean through the first quarter, possibly well into 26. And you know,
if you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
if you're looking at this chart, I can't remember the exact timing of this, but it is before the end of the year. Like over the next 3 to 5 weeks, this rising channel top converges anyway with 526.79. So it becomes a bit of a moot point eventually. But let's get into kind of, this is our resistance once again, 487.12 to 490.97, below which we've got 414.47. Now we're in the kind of the 2 to 3 week time frame. You know, when I was talking this, it was more in the 1 to 2 months where we could operate inside of the 480s down to the 370s. And then we've got a solid pivot point inside of that area that has a lot to say about, you know, is it likelier we'll rally back up to 480, 490, or will we fall to 379.54? The answer to that latter question is yes. If we close below 414.47 in the coming days, we have a 1 to 2 week target at 379.54. Combining 379.54 with this 364.57 level presents a range of support that can absorb selling not only through the rest of the year, but through the first quarter of next. And from here, we can round up to 526.79 in the months to follow. This is really the dynamic, I think. If you're a near-term investor, these are the 2 key points to really watch. Kind of let's zoom now in on the day itself. We have this channel bottom at 450.22. Now we closed below it Tuesday of this week by a hair. And so we had mentioned at the time that it was too close to call, too close to really consider it to be a significantly reliable sell signal. In fact, we opened clearly back above that structure, you know, on Wednesday, and it held roughly Wednesday's lows. There's some slippage there for sure. But, you know, yesterday we closed a little more comfortably below it. And so I think you can go with this as a sign of weakness. If we open today below 450.22, it presents a day sale down to at least 433.34. This extreme channel bottom can contain intraday selling pressures, but continued daily settlements now below 450.22 maintains a 3 to 5 day sell signal for swing traders down to 414.47, where a 3 to 5 day short position can be covered, and you can actually buy this market reverse, go long. 2 to 3 week swing traders can bottom pick 414.47 in anticipation of possible then upward rotation into the 480s, 490s within 2 to 3 weeks. As I said a moment ago, closing below 414.47 does set up a 1 to 2 week sell signal down to 379.54, where this market could actually bottom out through the first quarter of 26 and continue higher from there. Continue higher into this rising zone of resistance. As I said a moment ago, it would be the testing or retesting of the 360s, 370s, where you could buy into this market for upward rotation ultimately within 3 to 5 months, 5 to 8 months, something like that, to 526.79. Let's talk the upside here today. And that is to say that if we push or open today above 450.22, we can revisit 468.37. That is the high settlement price that was put out on Monday. And I say revisit. We came very close to testing that. The high on Thursday was 67.45. And so let me just go with closing above 450.22 will keep this 487.12 to 490.97 in reach by the end of next week. So if you are short now, anticipating this 414.47 by the end of next week, I think that is the play to make. But if we do close back above 450.22, it is a reversal yet again. Then you're playing the long side into the upper 480s, low 490s. It's about as simple as that. 450.22 is a pivot point inside of the 414.47 support and the 487.12 resistance. I think that makes sense. I'm not quite sure how else to express it, but that's my problem, not yours. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. See those stock picks. See our daily SPY, our daily Triple Q analysis. I'm going to leave it at that for Friday's daily Tesla report. I'll be back on Sunday, of course, with Mondays, and you have a great weekend.